What's up, everybody? This is Gamer CJE, and today here in Gamer Grove, we're going to be fixing some of our problems that we created for ourselves. One of them being this highway, the main highway that's coming into the city. Over here, I got smart and turned it into an elevated highway and made better uh, highway access points. And as you can see, traffic moves really well. Even in this busy area right here, traffic moves awesome. But once we get over to here, it's just it's just not a good thing. It's not pretty. So basically, I'm gonna start from scratch and delete all of this kind of stuff and the highway, and I'm going to turn it into an elevated highway and have everything kind of go underneath it and make some better connections. So, let's get started. Okay, so we now have the highway deleted. Now we just have to kind of follow the similar path here and build the new highway that's going to be an elevated highway to meet up with this one. Alright, well, let's see how this works. We got an intersection here that is reworked. I tried to do all the lane mathematics so that everything works out the way that it should, but I mean, I am not super good at the road building part of this, but I think I've done okay. It looks like I've done okay. So I need to pause the game again because nothing's actually connected to this highway now other than this right here. So the next part of this project is to connect right here, make a connection to the highway, right here make a connection to the highway, and right here make a connection to the highway. So that should be an interesting little project. And yeah. So that's what's next. So, we now have all of our intersections put in with the highway, and all sorts of traffic has backed up while there were no connections. I think that this one just connected directly like that before, except it went over the overpass. Went over as an overpass. But I mean, we'll see how this goes, cuz it's already looking pretty intense with the traffic. So, it's kind of a little bit worrisome that this didn't really help that much. But I'm going to trust it, and hopefully that's going to fix up some of our traffic woes. But let's check our traffic. 74. So that is not great. 74. Let's see where the worst of it is. So mostly, what is this? Oh, that's buses. Buses on 2-lane roads. Doesn't seem to work too well. Huh. So now everybody gets stopped following the buses. Oh, is that a stoplight right there? We can kill that stoplight. So this right here is also a major problem. So it's connecting the airport to the other airport, to the commercial district, and to the industrial area over here. So this is a pretty intensely used roundabout, and it doesn't seem to be working that well. I think there's just too much traffic there. So what we might need to do is try to figure out a way to have a better intersection than a roundabout here. Alright, well, that is super ugly, but it seems to be getting the job done pretty well, I think. Like, stuff's moving pretty quick around this area. It is hideous, but functional. So, I guess functionality makes up for hideousness, supposedly. Alright, now this one seems to be moving pretty well. This one seems to be moving pretty well. Not super backed up on either of those. Same here. Not too backed up there. This one is moving. There's just a lot of traffic. So I think that that is not the same problem. At least that's what it looks like. And we have a lot of traffic at these, but it seems to be moving. So, what about here? There appears to be some sort of issue. What is our issue here? Let's see if that helped anything. What in the world? Okay, that obviously was not right. Let's undo whatever that was. Okay. Now, man, that's a real bummer. Uh, we're getting backed up all the way over here. Okay, well, I give up on that. I don't really know what to do to make that better. But we now have an actual highway that goes all the way through our city that doesn't have any direct connections to it from the small roads. It only connects to these, I don't know, feeder roads or whatever. So that's a good thing. And hopefully our city's just going to be more and more connected. In fact, let's throw in a few more connections. Let's put one right across here. Or not. Apparently that's right where the supports are for that. So, let's get fancy. Come out, say that far. Go like that. Do a similar type of thing over here. And go like that. And then, boom. We've got a weird looking connection. I wonder if anybody's going to use that. Well, I mean, at least people will be able to walk across, even if they don't use, even if a bunch of traffic doesn't use it, at least people will be able to walk across there without driving all over the place. Alright. So let's see what our traffic's at now. It was at 70 something before. 79, so we're almost to 80. I think that's a little bit better. I think that is a little bit better. But like I said, this is absolutely horrendous, but it works. So we'll stick with it. Man, look at the cars just zipping through there. That's so great. I love it. I love it, love it. Okay. Now this is another thing that I don't understand. So, right here, all of these buildings in here are saying, help me, I don't have enough goods to sell. But at the same time, this is telling me that I have a huge need for commercial demand. I have a huge demand for commercial zoning and almost no demand for industrial zoning. Well, guess what? All the stuff the goods that this says they're out of comes from the industrial zoning. So why don't I have a high demand for industrial zoning if I don't have any goods? And look, all over the place, not enough goods. Not enough goods. Not enough goods. So what is going on? That is so confusing. Oh, and by the way, in my last video, I made a little suburb here, and I modified this some over here and did a little bit of other stuff, and I forgot to save it. So that sucked. That was not fun. Alright, well anyway, I think that's going to be it for this video. That was the main point of this video, was to get this highway fixed and kind of deal with some of our traffic problems. And for the next couple of videos, I think we're just going to be dealing with issues that we've caused ourselves here. But like I said, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you for joining me.